Hey everyone, it's Cindy. I'm taking an art vacation. All right, so I've been thinking about doing this for a long time, and it's been very hard for me to make the commitment to do it because what I'm talking about is I'm not going anywhere. I'm just staying here in the studio, and I'm gonna do art. I'm not gonna do vintage stuff. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not gonna put my sign out and let people come up and shop because I'd like to make a little bit of money. But I'm not having my live sales on my vintage channel today. Not today, this week. I'm gonna forgo that and all the shipping and stuff that goes along with that so that I can focus on being creative. Now, here's the thing. So I'm really excited about it. I am a little afraid that I'm going to get stuck and not know what to do because I have so many things running around in my head. One of the things that I want to do is to paint a picture of the front of the building that I'm actually in. To go along with the clock tower picture that I painted before, I would like to have that be, you know, something that I can have for me, then sell the prints. That's one thing that I would like to do this week. I also am thinking about maybe doing some still life painting of vintage items, you know, because I think that would be kind of fun. I want to do some assemblage pieces. I want to work in my junk journal that I started a couple of weeks ago. There's just so many things running around in my head. So the biggest challenge is going to be not getting stuck and not being able to start is what I'm saying, and not being able to find what I'm going to do. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play around today. I did, it's my art vacation, but I did have to work today. I did not get everything done on Saturday when I was in here. I got my invoices out, but not until the end of the day, so I wasn't able to get all the labels and stuff on packages, you know, because people didn't have a chance to pay me for those invoices by the time I left. So I came in today, scheduled to pick up. I did get most everything out. I had 2 stragglers that didn't pay, so I'm going to have to do those later. But all those packages are boxed and labeled. I mean, they were already boxed, but they have a label on them. They're ready to go. They're out there. Plus, what else did I have to do today? I had to film some stuff. So even though I'm taking a vacation, I do have to put out content on the other channel. So I did have to finish off some videos, some footage of some intros and outros and things like that that I lost, that I didn't have, that didn't come out right, whatever. I had to film those this morning, plus a huge haul from an estate sale last week, which was exploded all over the studio, and it's one of the videos too that I needed to do. So I got that done. I think it's like 1:30, maybe going on 2 o'clock. So I think I'm going to work in my junk journal because it doesn't take a lot of thinking on my part. I think I'm going to work in that for, well, I don't know. Did you see my eyes going? I'm thinking, I don't know where the junk journal is, but I don't know where the little accessories are that I was using for them. Hopefully they're easy to find. Anyway, working in the junk journal is pretty easy for me, and it's a nice way to warm me up, you know, and get me ready to go. Then I think I'm going to pull the stuff that I need. Well, maybe I'll go out. It's a beautiful day today. Maybe I'll go take a picture of the front of the building just so I have that in case the rest of the days aren't so nice. But I think I'm going to pull the stuff that I need to work on the paintings this week. I'm going to use chalk, I think. I'm really liking the chalk, partly because I have painted in oil, and oil I think gives me a better, gives me the ability to make more color variations, but the chalk is not nearly as messy as the oil. The cleanup is not a problem. I don't have to worry about my materials. So I think I'm going to work in chalk again. Plus, I wanted to make the picture of the building in the same vein as the picture of the clock tower that I did already. So anyway, I'm going to pull that out. And I think what I'm going to do is every day, at the end of the day, I'm going to kind of decide where it is that I want to go the next day. And I'm going to pull all that stuff out and get ready so that when I get here first thing in the morning, I can hit the ground running. I'm really excited. So I'm going to take you along. Obviously, I don't often get to do this with you guys. So I'm going to take you along and let you see what I'm doing. So I have a solution for that cover that I hated. Just made new ones. So I split my book into two. I have the mushroom woodland themed one, and then I have this fun little crow one. And I'll show you the pages more the closer I get to being done. But I decided to go ahead and make new covers. And what I did here was I just took a piece of cardboard and I cut it to size, and that's all just a matter of I measured the length of this, made it just a little bit bigger than that, and then I measured the width of the papers, giving into account a little bit of this extra space, not all of it. I kind of like when they hang out the side. And then I cut my cardboard to that size. Spit out the words. And then what I did was I just scored. I found the length, or excuse me, the width of the book. So that's basically the width of the book. And then I scored. I gave myself an inch spine, and then I scored again. And you know, it's funny, I think I might have said before when I was talking about why I was so unhappy with that other book, it's not like I haven't done these a million times. And I'm pretty sure that this is the way that I use the most often that works for me. I thought about doing a cloth cover or a soft cover, but that means getting the sewing machine working, and I wasn't sure I wanted to take on that endeavor today. So I like to get things done, and I've been working on the Crow book. I've been working on since I got here today at about noon, 11:30ish, and it's roughly about time to go, so it's like 4:30. But I am going to work on the cover a little bit more of that one, of one of them. I don't know which one. Because, you know, I like to get things done. I'm on Tuesday. I've got just a week of art vacation. So I need to get these types of projects done. And then while I'm thinking of it, I'll show you over there. See if we can, will you zoom in for me? There we go. So if you can see right up there and over there, those are projects that I started in April that really could stand to be finished and then mounted and then put up for sale here in the studio. These books take me a lot longer to do than just a collage, and you know, I don't even know why. I was thinking about that today. Why do I even do them? Because, for instance, now these are very simple collages, but you know, anytime I'm making a collage piece, you know, collage this size, each collage piece could probably bring me about $30 or so. And I spend all my time on all of these things. It actually took me 2 hours to edge all my pages of just one book. So there's a lot of work in these, and to sell them, you don't recoup the money for the time that you put into them. So I've been trying to go really, really simple, but that's very hard for me because I am a very, very embellished junk journalist. I like lots of embellishment, so, but I do plan to sell them, so I've been trying to, you know, keep it simple. Anyway, I will continue to check in with you throughout this week of my art vacation. All right, today is day 3 of my art vacation. It is Wednesday, and so you can hear the microwave in the background. I took a little break to make lunch. I got here at about 10 o'clock, and I have been scanning backgrounds all day. Yep, it's like 12. No, it's probably almost 1 o'clock. So, and you can kind of see them back there. I learned a long time ago that when I'm doing art, I want to make sure that before I finalize a project, I scan the papers that I make so that I can eventually print them out and use them again, and then the work is not lost, and it's anything I use from them in the future is uniquely my own. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm scanning both of those junk journals that I'm working on, all the pages in them. Now, of course, some of the pages have some additional items on them. I used Tim Holt's botanical, I don't know what they actually were called, but they're his, on the pages. So those aren't, you know, those will never be something that I sell or whatever, but the actual background papers that I coffee dyed, those are mine. I'll be using those. Who knows, maybe I'll even make them available someday as freebie downloads or something. You never know. But I'm looking forward to getting back to finishing the books. Oh, let me turn you around. I want to tell you something else that I did. So I told you that I was just going to redo the books because I was not happy with the original book. So I did. After I got done doing the book, excuse me, I realized, well, silly girl, you made the binding and everything, and so now you have to do a hidden binding. That's not a problem, but that's not what I set out to do. So I have this cover. It has to be a hidden binding journal. I don't know how I've done these in the past where I have just, you know, put papers on them and allowed them to open, and they've done all right with that. And I don't like to go out, I don't want to go out and watch videos to learn how to, relearn how to do it, because I don't have time to do that, first of all. And second of all, you know, it's kind of nicer if it just comes from my brain. So basically I did all of this from my brain because I wanted to make sure that I had something that would be able to open and not be damaged. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that little that little oddity with you. All right, I'm back again. It's still Wednesday. I'm on my second book, and I'm a little frustrated with the first one because I'm gonna have to do some repair work again on that one. These spines, to me it's like reinventing the wheel each time. This one I'm happiest with. I was able to get this glued on here. These little ridges here happened naturally when I went to fold it while the glue was still wet, but it has allowed me to open and close this book without damage, so that's good. And then I wound up having to do this also out of necessity, this little notching thing. So I'm going to keep working here. Of course, my book is bigger than you know, it's longer than 12 inches going straight across, so I did have to you know, do my papers this way. So I'm going to do something else. Eventually, I will probably do some collage on the covers. I don't know. Again, I'm trying to do as little work as possible. I know that sounds horrible, but I'm trying to sell these, and with the sheer man hours that I've put into these books, I'm going to be making 25 cents an hour for my labor. Oh my gosh, it's just crazy. Anyway, but that's what I'm doing today. I had intended, yeah, I'm going to turn you around, talk to you. I had every intention of working on some assemblage pieces today. I have not gotten past these silly books. Well, okay, so the whole first half of my day was taken up scanning my background images so that I have them to use later. We talked about that earlier. So that did take up a huge chunk of time. If you do art for yourself, keep in mind that's really very important for you to do that, to make copies of and save your artwork, your backgrounds and things like that before you make them into art, because you can then use them later. Save yourself some time. Anyway, that's what I'm doing here. It is, I'm not sure the time. Let's see. You guys probably saw it on my clock back there. It's a little after 3. You know, I still have some time. I usually stay until about 6 since I come in a little bit later at 10. So I'm going to hang out here, try to finish my books. We'll see. Once I get them finished, I will give you a flip through of those, and then I'll show you anything else I get done. We're going to have a good time. Of course, I do have to have the video edited so I can put it out on Friday, which is my usual day. If you are new to my channel, I usually post my art vlogs on Fridays when I have something to post. I am going to try to do more art. The winter is a little bit easier than the summertime is, because with the vintage part of my business, I have so many things going on in the summertime when the weather's warm for that business that I just don't have time to do art. So, but I am going to try to, you know, make more time. I need to. I mean, that's why I'm here. That's what this building is for. It's my art studio, and the vintage was just an added bonus. Anyway, if you're new, please subscribe. Giving the thumbs up doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps the channel. As to your comments, and I always say on my other channel, if you don't know what to say, don't worry, just say hi. Put a smiley face, punctuation even, put parentheses, an exclamation mark, an asterisk, doesn't matter, anything, it all helps. Thank you guys, and I'll keep taking you along as I go. Alright, so here's a flip through of the 2 junk journals that I finished on my art vacation. This one just needs a little bit more work on it, in that I am going to add some sort of trim or something here to cover the inside of this binding there, because I did do a hidden binding. I finally got it the way I wanted it. Anyway, let me go ahead and share with you the pages. I accentuated that just a little bit. This is a tuck spot here. It's a little pocket there. Actually, there is something in this pocket. This is one of those Tim Holtz things. You could tuck things behind there as well. I did reinforce this a little bit with some tissue. This paper is a little bit more brittle than some of the other papers that I have in there. This one folds out. And we have a little bag here. It has a tuck spot in there. So lots of room for journaling in this one, and I did sign it down there at the bottom. I think this one is really fun for the Halloween season, even though it's not, you know, specifically a Halloween book. But I enjoyed making this one. Totally love the way this coffee dyed paper came out. And then this came off of one of the papers, and whoever purchases this needs to know that these are... fragile's maybe too much of a stretch, but they're, you know, these little things are not meant to stay on there forever once they're taken out of the book. So, yeah, there's that. Little tuck spot. Little tuck spot here. Little tuck spot there. Little tuck spot here. This is just a little journaling card, but so you can tuck something behind it too. Also in there. This is a tuck spot. Folds out. This is another little, one of those little bags that you can stick stuff in. And you've got the added bonus of being able to do it in here too, although it requires a very narrow, very narrow item, and you can do a tuck spot behind it. Here's the other side of that little book. There's a little tuck spot there. And I did reinforce, this is another one of those pages like was in the other book. I reinforced that. And there you go. So these will be available for sale, but I'm probably going to take offers on them in one of my live sales on my other channel, Mimi's Treasure Cottage. So you want to make sure that you are subscribed to that channel so you can follow along and watch for an art sale. I'll mention art in my description or whatever my title of an upcoming sale, and then that will be available there.